Okay, so like what she said earlier, I am a hair and makeup artist. I'm also a YouTube beauty guru and a blogger. So I do a lot of things related to hair and makeup artistry. I started as a freelance makeup artist. So yun nga, nakakuha ko ng clients. Prior to that, nag-practice muna ako sa kapatid ko, sa mom ko, at my friends. And then when I was able to build a bit of my portfolio, I started to like post it online and then get clients from that. So doon nag-start yung freelance career ko. And then after a while, I started to think na parang gusto ko rin siya i-post yung tutorials ko online. Kasi I was inspired basically by YouTube tutorials way back in like 2009, 2010, I believe. And sabi ko, parang it's one of the things that I could do as well that is related to my career. Like, I don't want to be just a freelancer. I want something to do outside my freelancing work or like during my free time. I wanted to do something with that time. So, hence, my YouTube channel was born. And until now, I'm still uploading tutorials, reviews on products, etc., etc. Also, I have a blog. I also write there like my experiences or like how I created such a look. Kasi I'm gonna create like a look on my YouTube channel, and then I'm not able to express like what made me create this look. So I had a blog where I like, oh, so this is how it started. So I watched this show or like this model inspired me to do this look. I really liked how it looked, etc. So basically, that's like in a nutshell, that's what I do. I do freelance work. I have a YouTube channel, and I also blog. So there, let's talk more about what I do, which is hair and makeup artistry. But for today, I just want to focus on the makeup aspect itself, since personally, that is what I mostly focus on. Like, I learned hairstyling throughout the years na lang because I thought the need na siguro it would be better for my clients if they could get someone who does hair and makeup na rin. Pero what I'm more passionate about is makeup, so that's what I'm gonna focus on today. So first of all, when talking about makeup artistry, there are, of course, makeup essentials that you will have to have in your kit. So for example, the ones I'll be showing, siguro, this is for like makeup artist enthusiasts, like those who want to be a makeup artist eventually. There are a few things I want to talk about that you should have in your makeup kit. So number one is like face products. Face products meaning what you put on the face itself before applying the eyebrows, the eyeshadow, etc. So for the face, we have the primer. The primer is the one that keeps the foundation sticking on the skin for a really long amount of time. So it also covers your pores and it also makes the base a lot smoother. Next, of course, is what we all know is the foundation. Foundation is the one that evens out the skin tone. So kunwari, let's say I'm not wearing makeup now, I have a few redness on my cheeks and on my forehead. So that is the one that evens out the entirety of my canvas. Next is also powder. Powder is the one that sets the liquid base that I will put. Because I'm a liquid foundation type of girl. There are a lot of types of foundations, but the one I personally use is liquid. So in order for that to last a lot longer on my face, I have to set it with powder. So after I'm done with like the primer and then applying foundation and then setting it with powder, I now have to do my eyebrows. This is like the order in which I want to do my makeup and on my clients. It doesn't have to be in this certain order, but this is how I prefer to do it. So for brow products, I mostly use pencil to shape the brows and to fill them in. And then I use a brow gel to actually set the brows in place. And then next is eyeshadow. So after the brows, and then I'm gonna do the eyeshadow already. And then, of course, is mascara to liven up the eyes. Because it really makes a difference if your lashes are like curled and applied with 2 coats of mascara. So next, more on the eyes is the eyeliner. Like this really defines the eyes. Although you have to be cautious with eyeliner, especially if you have chinita eyes. Because if you apply it wrong, it could make your eyes a lot more smaller. And that's what you want to avoid when you have chinita eyes. Next is the contour set. So this is what I personally use. I have like a kit with a lot of colors already. However, I won't recommend this for people who just want to have their own contouring powder at home to use on themselves, because you only need one color, to be honest, if you're gonna use it personally. But since I'm a makeup artist and I encounter different types of skin tones, different types of undertones, I need like a set in order to mix and match and to match like the contour shades that I need. So after contour, I apply blush. So blush, of course, adds like the liveliness on the face. And then I also apply highlight in order to make the look more three-dimensional. Hindi siya flat, hindi siya matte, kumbaga. And then lastly, I apply lipstick. Of course, we all know what lipstick does. And to set everything in place, I use like a setting spray to lock it all in for the day. So basically, those are like the makeup essentials that I would recommend. So just a recap, so I use primer, foundation, powder, brow products, eyeshadow, mascara, eyeliner, a contour kit, blush, highlighter, lipstick, and facial mists. So my personal style when doing makeup, even on my clients and on myself, is the clean and natural looking makeup. So I like the glowing skin. I don't like it when foundation is so obvious on the face, like you could detect na she's wearing foundation. I really take the time to blend the product on the face, and I really want that highlighted effect. And then for the eyes and then the lips, I want it muted. So nude colors for the eyes, parang brown shadows lang with onting shimmer. And then for the lips, more on nude or like nude pink. I really like parang natural lang siya, parang you're like lit from within. That's the look I constantly go for. But of course, since I'm a makeup artist, I can't just have one look na alam ko gawin. Parang kailangan ko mag-adapt into different requests ng clients ko. So my tip for you guys, if you want to be a makeup artist or like if you just want to start your own career in any field, is to find your niche. Parang basically this is where what you want to target, like yung parang group of people na you want to target. Ako as a makeup artist, I want to target brides. I want to target mga like debutantes, mga events na gano'n that really cater to the style that I give. I'm not really into special effects or like, although if they ask me to do it, I could try, but I mostly focus my work and my portfolio to like bridal makeup or like yung mga natural looking makeup or like glam. So more on my portfolio. So I said kanina, my style is more on the natural looking makeup. So this is one of the looks that I constantly do. So unang-una natin showcase ko. So mga natural no makeup look. So parang skin-like, parang hindi mo masyadong detect yung makeup sa face. So again, bridal. So you see the difference, right? Yung medyo no makeup look, parang light lang yung eyeshadow, konting fill sa brows, nothing too much na magmumukhang ay may makeup siya. With bridal, you really have to make it look more romantic. Parang mas kita yung blush, parang mas lively sa cheeks, the lips are not as pale, and then mas defined yung eyes. Because of course, during your wedding, you will be photographed a lot, and you will be, there will be videographers, and then may mga flash photography na nangyayari. So you have to constantly, as a makeup artist, you have to be constantly aware na, okay, my client will be photographed, and then maraming flash na mangyayari, maraming different lightings na ma-expose siya. You have to take that into consideration. That's why with bridal makeup, it's more tedious. Parang mas marami kang kino-consider na, okay, oily skin siya, paano kaya tatagal to buong araw hanggang reception niya? So that's why din mataas mag-charge ang mga makeup artists when it comes to bridal makeup. So next look is high fashion. So this is something na I've delved into since last year lang kasi I've collaborated with a lot of photographers that want this look to shoot. So parang, so really smoky eyes. Like, kumbaga, if with this look, you have to picture it sa photo na yun. Parang you have the final photo in mind. Like, how can I make the eyes pop on photos? Parang yung laging isipin mo, like, how can it look like this on photos? Kasi madali lang siyang gawin in person. Biglang pag pinicture na, it's gonna look pale. Parang, nasa na yung definition sa eyes. So to be honest, yung makeup na ganito, in person, it looks so bold. Parang yung black na smoky eyes na to, mukha na siyang gray on photo, pero in person, it's like super black na. So yun yung the thing with high fashion, parang it's really exaggerated. Oh, by the way, these are all looks that I've done. So this is like my portfolio na din. So next is edgy. So meron din mga like shoots na nag-request ng parang bad girl look, yung parang, ganyan, like, mas smoky eyes din siya, pero more like fierce. Hindi yung parang glam kanina, naka-wing, ganyan. More like fierce yung look with the edgy look. So next is the pop of color. I actually enjoy doing this, although I myself isn't really a fan of mga colorful makeup. I like my neutrals, but it's really fun to do makeup like this, especially when they request it. Kasi with like, when you buy an eyeshadow palette, di naman yung lahat brown, di ba? Parang may mga green dyan, may mga blue. And you get to use those colors whenever I get like booked for shoots like this. So this is one of my favorites as well, the Korean like Asian style. Basically because I think I like Korean aesthetic. Parang if I'm gonna like put a label on what kind of aesthetic I have, it's like the Korean aesthetic. So I like the dewy skin, like yung gradient lips, like look parang you look young with the makeup. That's what I like din. So whenever I get bookings na, oh, get yung peg natin, I get really excited kasi this is what I like to do. So this one is very highly requested and with a lot of looks, with a lot of shoots and a lot of events, which is glamour makeup. Kasi with, of course, events, usually sa gabi yan. So, of course, with the lighting and everything and mas dark lahat, you have to have your makeup pop amidst the like parang medyo dim lighting or like gabi. So, the focus there is the eyes talaga, like really long lashes or like talagang i-blend mo yung smoky eyes and then minsan like red lips talaga to make it pop. And last is avant-garde. So this is not something I usually do. Kasi again, my style is more like the natural, like mga ganun beauty types of looks. Pero when it is requested, I do try. And this is one of the shoots we've done, I think, a year ago. So very, very out of this world. Kumaga, walang ka-natural sa look niya. With avant-garde, pwede ka rin kasi gumamit parang with the first photo. May mga rhinestones yan. Like, it's fun to have shoots like this kasi parang natetest talaga yung creativity mo as a person. So, looking back on all my photos, my tip number 2 is to practice. So, when I started naman talaga, I didn't know anything. I just watched a tutorial. And parang from that, again, like what I said in the interview, parang feeling mo madali na. Like, okay, so she applied brown on her crease. Kaya na yun. Pero once you do it on yourself, on another person, it translates differently. So you really have to constantly practice. And let's say you want to be a makeup artist. Hindi pwedeng parang dahil gusto mo lang bridal ka, yun at yun lang. Although of course, it is a good thing to like really enhance your skill. Kung bridal makeup yung gusto mong gawin, fine, go lang. Practice it. But every now and then, you have to go out of your comfort zone and your expertise to really have a variety of looks in your portfolio. Kasi sometimes, that is what parang clients look for, yung how you are very like adjustable sa mga gusto nilang gawin. Hindi pwedeng, ay, kaya lang niya ganito eh, what if gusto ko ganito? So, hindi pwedeng ganun. So, this is an example of a breakdown of what I do when I do like the no makeup look or like yung natural look. So, as you can see, there's nothing no makeup about it. Ang daming nangyayari sa face. There's still foundation, concealer, powder, everything I still apply on the face. So this is like a breakdown of it lang. Parang may notes ako, like with foundation, when it comes to no makeup look, it's supposed to be sheer lang. May mga foundations na parang liquid, tapos yung coverage niya very minimal. So that's what I use. Pero kung yung model medyo may breakouts, ganyan, I use a thicker foundation, pero I still dilute it with moisturizer para hindi siya yung cakey tignan. Kasi nga, with no makeup look, kailangan talaga parang skin-like yung texture ng face, kumbaga. Of course, the colors I'm using is very earth tones. So, eyes is brown, lips is nude. Parang ganyan lang. Parang kumbaga na-enhance lang yung natural look mo. With her, then I use like nude eyeliner on her waterline. But usually when we use eyeliner on the waterline, parang ang dami sabi, black dapat. But the thing is with black, parang not only does it make the eye look harsh, it closes off the eyes, parang lumiliit yung eyes bigla. So I used nude para mas lumaki yung eyes niya. Then I didn't contour na, parang bronzer lang yan to add warmth to the face, para hindi siya masyadong pale. And basically, that's it. Basically, I still applied all the makeup essentials that I talked about earlier. Pero in a different way lang that I would, kunyari glamour. Iba, mas light lang kumbaga. Pero I still use a lot of products. So later on, during the live demo, I'm gonna show you how I created something like this on the model. So I just wanna talk about my tools and equipment, as you can see also at the back. So with makeup artistry, you really have to invest on a lot of products. Not only makeup, you have to invest on like your lighting, your setup. But of course, when I started, I didn't have any of these. I only had this like small mirror there that my parents made for me for my graduation. So it was a graduation gift. But aside from that, I didn't have anything. So, don't be discouraged. Kunyari sabihin mo, wala ka pa ako nung ilaw niya, hindi ko na isa-start yung career ko, masyadong mahal, ganyan. You could actually start from something minimal and then target those mga parang medyo budget clients para lang mabuild mo yung portfolio mo until, alam mo yun, eventually makaipon ka and then you could buy equipment like this na. Again, this is not necessary agad-agad. Parang it comes through the growth of your career. Kung nakakaipon ka na, then go buy your lights, go buy your makeup kit, go buy, alam mo, yung mga fancy stuff na minsan kasi ito rin binabayaran ng clients. So, when I started, I only charged like 800 per head. That's like hair and makeup na. Ay, wala pang bayad sa transportation. It's like 800 lang. So, parang, di ba, when I started, wala pa akong masyadong gamit kasi. And eventually, when I got my earnings, nakakaipon ako, I started to buy my lights, I started to buy a different train case, I started to buy a vanity mirror. And then I started to charge higher. Kasi usually, aside from the makeup you do on the client, they also pay for like the setup. Parang kasi they like the pictures. I mean, isipin mo man na medyo mababaw at ang reason yun to buy all of these equipment para lang may pang Instagram sila. But that's the thing parang you have to adjust to the demand of your client. Like, if that's the trend now and I want to be more marketable, then you have to adjust to their demand. Like, di pwedeng, dahil may ring light siya, baduy naman, di na ako bibili. But it really helps with how your clients see you. And it's also helpful in your career as well. Like, with better lighting, mas better din yung pagka-tingin mo sa face ng client. Like, kita mo lahat, mas tama yung color na malalagay mo. So, yun lang. Yun nga, invest on good quality equipment. So, yun nga, I have my lights and chair. I also have an airbrush equipment, but I mostly use this on like people who attend debuts or like debutantes or like bridal makeup. Isa pa yung investment, but again, it's not supposed to come at the onset of your career. Kasi again, it's like this whole set is like 8,000 pesos, diba? If you don't have someone to shoulder that fee at the onset of your career, paano na, diba? So it's not supposed to hamper the start of your career naman. And of course, brushes. Now, among these three, these brushes are the ones that I think is the most important. Kasi this is the one that will really, it will depend on your brushes how the makeup applies. So if you have poor quality brushes, not only is it gonna apply your makeup poorly, but it's gonna hurt the face of your client. Like, they're really gonna react. Sabi nila, parang matigas yung brush mo. Or like, parang natutusok ako dun sa brush mo. And of course, once they react like that, nagkakaroon ako na ng parang bad image Parang, ayoko na siya kunin, yung brushes niya cheap. So you really have to constantly think about your tools. But again, if I'm gonna recommend something that you have to invest on, that's brushes talaga. So a little more about brushes, since I really talked about them earlier. So there are a lot of types of brushes, but these are the basics. So I'm gonna discuss around 4 or 5 types of brushes. So of course, we have the foundation brushes. Meron ding sponge dyan, which I think we're all familiar with, like the beauty blenders or like mga beauty sponges. So these are the brushes, the types of brushes that applies makeup on the face. So foundation, whatever it is, if it's liquid, if it's powder, if it's cream, these brushes really help in blending the foundation onto your skin. Next is other face brushes. So kanina is like foundation. So basically, it's the base of your makeup. This one naman applies your powder, your bronzer, your contour, your blush. So everything that goes on top of the foundation. So it really helps to have like fluffy brushes like this. If you could see, diba, parang someone asked me before, bakit yung brushes yung iba white, tapos yung iba parang black? Parang anong difference? With this kasi, parang, example, this brush, it's a natural haired brush. Like I have a sample here. Like kunyari ito, parang, this one is a natural haired brush. It could be animal hair siya. So, animal hair is really good for blending like mga powders on the face or like eyeshadow. Parang it really diffuses the color on the face as opposed to yung mga ganyang, let's say, this one. Yung mga ganito na parang black siya sa ilalim, tapos may white lang sa taas. These are synthetic. Sabihin, okay, they're not made with animal hair. Artificial fibers ang ginamit. These ones naman are good for like, these ones are good naman for like mga foundations yun na liquid kasi it won't absorb it. Parang nag-stay lang yung foundation on the tip of the brush. Pag ganito kasi kunyari, natural hair brush yung ginamit niyo for liquid foundation. Since natural hair siya, parang buhay siya, kumbaga, parang it absorbs the liquid. Parang hindi mo na siya mabiblend masyado sa mukha mo and you're wasting so much product kasi the bristles are absorbing the liquid. So it's really good for powder products. Like, yun nga, bronzer blush, powder brush, puro powders yung use na ganitong brush. Okay, so yun yung mga face brushes natin. So earlier, foundation brushes. Then these are like face brushes naman. So next na crucial din are eye brushes. So ito rin, for me, medyo crucial to. If medyo pangit yung nagamit yung brush, iba ang pag-blend ng eyeshadow sa mata. Parang for me, mas better if mas maganda yung brush mo kasi sa quality ng eyeshadow mo. Parang kapag maganda yung quality ng brushes mo sa eyes, tapos hindi kaganda yung quality ng eyeshadow itself, nabiblend niya pa rin ng maayos. So, it's really good to invest on eye brushes. So, meron tayong blending brush, mga crease brush, iba-iba yun that applies eyeshadow really well. So yun, after discussing that, my tip number 3 for you all is to invest on good quality products and equipment. Kasi, like what I said, as part of your package as a makeup artist or like a hair and makeup artist, once you like set up your equipment and then parang umupo na si client, parang alam mo yung may sense of amazement sila. Parang, ay wow, ang dami mong makeup. Really, okay to Wait, I've heard good things about this Ito ba gamitin mo sa akin? Like, for those who don't know a lot about makeup, parang sabihin natin, pareho lang naman yan sa L'Oreal. Or like, pareho lang naman to sa ganitong klaseng ilaw. Or pareho lang naman to sa ganitong klaseng brush na cheap lang galing kung san-san lang. Iba pa rin once they experience it Kumari, like you have to always think na, kunyari ako si client, pagkaupo ko, may enjoy ko, bako ito yung ginagamit sa akin. Like, you can't just think na, kailangan ko kasi magtipid, or like, kailangan ito, kailangan super yung mura lang bibilin ko. Kasi it really affects your client experience.